guys, what's up? It's GVKcollectibles, and in honor of the Bad Batch that premiered later this week, we're going to be taking a look at the leader of the Bad Batch, or also known as Clone Force 99, Hunter. Hey guys, as I said, today we're going to be taking a look at Hunter, the leader of Task Force 99, aka the Bad Batch. He was first introduced in Season 7 of the Clone Wars, which was really cool introduction. It was really cool to learn that the Bad Batch were actually getting their own animated show, which is kind of, people are officially doubling it as the official 8th season of Clone Wars, which is really funny. Did I say Clone Wars Season 7? I think I meant to say Season 8. My bad, guys. I think it's Season... No, this is... Technically, Bad Batch is Season 8, which is really funny. A lot of people. But, like, here we have Hunter, who looks awesome. He was definitely one of my favorite clones that was introduced into the Bad Batch arc for Season 7. I thought he was really cool, along with the other members of the Bad Batch, who will be eventually getting Black Series figures. I think Crosshair, I believe, is his name, who is the sniper. He has one, and Wrecker has one too, and I think Echo hopefully will get one eventually, which I hope so. But it's really cool, like with all the new Black Series packaging, they come in this kind of angular design, really kind of small, compact packaging in comparison to how they, like the older black boxes, which were very much like that. But it is really cool. You get the Bad Batch, this cool red logo, you get this really cool artist rendition of Hunter himself with his helmet on, and you get this whole cool thing at the back here. Given a read up, we'll pause, get close up at that, pause for those who want to read it, and also in different languages as well. There's all the logos, credits down here, everything on the bottom, and yeah, that's it. So with that being said, let's get Hunter out of the package and see how he is. And here we have Hunter, the leader of the Bad Batch, out of the packaging, and I gotta say, this is a really cool figure. All the clone figures are really cool, which is kind of weird to say, because usually they're clones, so they're all technically they're all the same, but like each like clone figure I get my hands on feels definitely very unique. I only have one other clone figure, and that is Rex, but even then it looks super cool. Hunter is probably one of my new favorite clones. I think that was introduced with Season 7 of the Clone Wars. I really like him. Wrecker's also really great too. The whole Bad Batch as a whole is really great. Can't wait for the show. And as you can tell, I am pre-recording this. I haven't seen the Bad Batch quite yet, but I'm very excited to see it, because it is essentially just a continuation of Clone Wars, which I'm very excited about. But it is really cool. The sculpting on it is really great. The armor detailing is really great. All the weapons he comes with are super awesome. He comes with a crap ton of accessories, which is really cool for this figure. There is also another character, I think it's Crosshair, I believe is his name, who is available. They have Wrecker coming soon, and I also think they have a few of the other Bad Batch coming. So I'm probably gonna get all the Bad Batch, because they are a cool clone team. So, as I said, he comes with a lot of accessories. Before we jump into the details of the figure himself, before we jump into Hunter, I should say himself, let's take a look at some of the accessories he comes with. He comes with quite a few accessories, which is really cool. As I said, Hunter does come with a few accessories, so let's jump into kind of the smaller accessories before we jump into the weapons. Here is his first really big accessory. It is his helmet, which looks really cool. I love it because it is, while Hunter I don't think is definitively a super clone commando, his armor is very much clone commandos. It's very modified and unique looking, which is really cool. And it also, I think they do a good job of doing, I think with the Black Series figures, especially with the Rex figure in particular, the jump from making it look very realistic, like the animated form, to making it look like a very realistic figure, they do a really good job of doing that. I really like the Black Series that does it, and the mask has a lot of good paint detailing on it too. The different stripes, like this kind of skull look over here to the side, it looks really cool. The helmet does, I think people say it could look a little warped. I mean, a lot of the removable helmets very much like, I think, the Jango Fett helmet is very much like this, but it looks really good on Hunter himself when you get to it. I really enjoyed the helmet. It looks really cool. And he also comes with a backpack too, very much like all the clone commandos in that you know of. which look really, really cool. Not too many paint details. It is kind of like gray little this gray plastic, but there is a lot of sculpted detail within the figure. It's within the backpack itself, like a lot of scratches, battle damage. You get like red paint detailing here, just because it kind of matches the aesthetic, matches his armor, of course, which looks really, really good and really well done. Like, yeah, it's really well sculpted. It's a good sculpted piece, and it's like, I think that like this is completely new molding and everything. So for the weapons, here we have Hunter's knife, which is a vibro knife, which is really, really cool. Looks really well done, and it is actually cool because there is storage for this particular knife, which I really love. That you get those options with these figures, is they have the storage capacity for them, so I really like that. He also comes with some blasters too. He has a kind of traditional clone blaster, very much like the same one that Rex has, Rex uses, and if you played Battlefront, this is very much all the pistols at the, you can get this pistol as an officer if you just play the Republic side of, in Battlefront 2, which looks really, really good. No really paint detailing on it at all. It's just black, but it is really sculpted and really well detailed, which is always, I think, a plus with these Black Series figures. They always do a really, really good job on the sculpted detail with these figures. And this one is really, really cool because it is the Clone Commando Blaster, which, like, if you're familiar with oh my god, Star Wars I forget what the game is called. I hate myself for it because I can't remember, but the sculpting on this looks really, really good, and hopefully a lot of people are really hoping we get more Super Commandos in the future because of these blasters. It looks really, really good, really well detailed. I would love a Gregor figure. I think that would be really, really cool if they made a Gregor figure. It's really sculpted really well, really done great. It does have a storage port, but as far as I could tell on Hunter himself, there is really no place to store it, so maybe this is for like other oh no, I think it's actually a clip. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. That's a clip. I don't know why I thought that was like a storage for it, but I was wrong. My bad. But it looks really, really good. Really great sculpted detail. Yeah, and that's all the accessories Hunter comes with, so without further ado, let's jump into Hunter's greater details. Right, and here we have Hunter and his closer details, which look really, really great. The face sculpt is really, really great, because I love with all the clones pretty much that come with the faceless, without the helmet over them. They have this non-helmet face sculpt. They make the best to make him look like Tamara Morrison, which I think is great. They've done that with Rex too. Rex more so looks straight up like Tamara Morrison. I mean, all the clones do, but like, if you look at that head sculpt, it's very much that. But each of those Bad Batch has their own unique kind of like face sculpt, I would guess, even though they are, as I said, they are all clones. But I think that's the coolest thing. Even though they're clones, they all have unique and individual like identities and also like looks. Like not one clone will look the same, which looks really, really cool. The paint on, like, I think it's just this gray plastic that they don't really do not necessarily do a good job, but it doesn't really have enough paint, like a lot of paint detailing. There is some cool like scratches, and to show that he is a like he's been through a lot of battles, very much like the Rex figure. You also get the Clone Force 99, I believe, in Arabesh, if I'm correct. I think that is Arabesh for 99, and you get the cool little skull, which looks really, really well done. The red paint that they use, which I assume is like this, actually thinking of it, it looks like this kind of maroon color. You also get the headband. I like to think Hunter as kind of like the Rambo. Like, he reminds me a little bit of Rambo to a degree, especially with the bandana, which it looks really, really cool. And like, he's got the hair for it, as you can definitely tell, which is really, really great. But yeah, God, like, it looks so good. And then you get the plaque detailing. There's a lot of sculpted detail within this figure, which looks really, really fantastic, I think. I really love the clone figures. I don't really have too many of them. My best friend, Mitch, he actually collects clones up the wazoo, so he really enjoys the clone figures, which is really, really good. And as I said, the knife does come with storage, which is really, really cool. It's a really cool feature that they included with this figure. And it's also for his design, too. The backpack fits really on really well. But yeah, and it's like you also see like the kind of suit, the undersuit too, which looks really, really good and really well done. Then we got the feet, which looks really, really cool. I love the red. I love the maroon throughout the whole figure. It looks really, really cool and really, really well done. Yeah, I think those are pretty much all the details of them. So, with that being said, let's get onto Hunter's articulation and see how he is. Okay, so with Hunter, he can look up really far, which is really, really good if you want that for your Clone Commando. He can look down really, really good. I believe a lot of this is a newer sculpt too, which is really, really great. His arms can move out that far. There we go, got pop in it. Cool thing with the pauldrons too is that they, not pauldrons, but the shoulder, shoulder pieces, they actually are like plastic, and they actually don't, they're not glued on, so the articulation, you can get a good range of articulation. With Hunter, he is single jointed elbows, but even then, even though I kind of have a problem with single jointed elbows, I do feel like, actually it kind of it's a weird kind of joint. I'm not very sure, because it is a single joint, but you can get a good range of motion out of it. Also, the wrists rotate, and they do have a hinge up and down, which is really, really good. He has a chest ab crunch, which is really, really good. Not really, doesn't actually, nope, he does not have a waist swivel, which is, that's okay. But our legs can kind of move out that way. They are a little hindered because of the armor, but that's okay. They can't move back that far anyway, but they can, single jointed knees, feet can move down, up, and he does have a great ankle pivot, which is really, really good. So yeah, Hunter has some pretty good articulation, pretty much similar to a lot of other clones. Really, really good. Black Series is, I feel like, comparative. I am more of a 7-inch collector when it comes to, but for 6-inch figures, I do think the articulation for the Black Series figures are really, really good. They're not necessarily saying they're a little above, they're a little below Marvel Legends, newer Marvel Legends, but that's saying that's still great, because these figures are still great, and they also do really, really great job with articulation on these figures. So, with articulation out of the way, let's get into scaling to see what Hunter scales with. And here's Hunter compared to some other figures from different companies, and for scaling-wise, Hunter is about, he's a little under the 6 feet thing. It could be how I have my ruler, but here he is compared to some other figures from different companies. We have the SH Figure Arts Ultraman from 1966, the newer Todd McFarlane designed Batman. You won't be seeing a review of this guy because he's the exact same figure with a few different changes. We have the Bucky Winter Soldier from the Falcon and Winter Soldier 2-pack from Infinity War, the Wicked Cool Toys Master Chief from the Spartan Collection, and the reissue Evil Dead 2 Ash from NECA Toys. So, yeah, basically, he's a lot smaller, although I feel like Black Series figures, just in general, are really, really smaller in comparison to other figures, even like Marvel figures, which these are technically the same company, so, although a little different design team, so it is interesting to see the other scales for some other general figures. Compared to some other Black Series figures, we have them with of course, Captain Rex, and we also have them with their donor, aka their dad, along with Boba, Jango Fett, and we also have the Mandalorian. He fits pretty well with the other figures. He fits relatively, like, him and compared to Rex look really, really good too, so I'm really happy for that. I'm very excited for the rest of the Bad Batch to come out. I need to get Crosshair, who I think is the other one. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. If I am, I'm completely sorry, but I am very excited for more of the Bad Batch figures. Here we have Hunter and Rex fighting side by side. I really liked how they kind of developed a mutual respect for each other at the end of the arc for the Bad Batch, and it was also really, really cool to see Rex in the trailer for the Bad Batch, so I'm very excited to see his return in the series as a whole, helping the Bad Batch pretty much escape the Empire, which is going to be really, really great. Overall thoughts on the Hunter figure, I think it's a great figure. The clone figures, for me at least, are always a hit. They're always really, really great. They're very unique, very different, even though they're technically the same kind of character. Each of them are definitely unique, and they have their own kind of style to them. Hunter is no exception. He's probably one of my new favorite clones. I really like him a lot. He's very, very cool. Very excited to see him in the new batch along with everybody else, Bad Batch along with everybody else. So, with that being said, if you are a fan of the Bad Batch, or you love, like, the Clone Troopers, this is definitely a recommend. I definitely suggest picking this up. So, with that being said, that's the review for Figure Review Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure to hit like and hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification so you get notified when we upload videos like Figure Review Fridays, What's in the Box Wednesdays, and Mythical Mountain Monday. Went in a little order, of course, but also check us out both on Instagram, and both me and my brother Jack's Pop Guy. And you can find me at GVKcollectibles, of course. And you can also check us out on. You can check me out on my Facebook page that I have. Pretty much the same thing as my Instagram page, but just for Facebook. I post a lot of cool stuff. Pretty much the same stuff that I post on Instagram. Also, make sure to check our Mercari shops out. I got a lot of cool vintage old stuff. And also, well, kind of. I got some cool stuff that I'm trying to get rid, like I usually get rid of. And Cole, Jack's Pop Guy, he is the definitive person to go to for Funko Pops, in my opinion. So, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and be safe, and peace, y'all. And may the Force be with you.